Memorial's Day. I am not going to barbecue yet. I'm going to barbecue a little later. Right now, I wanted to make some calzones because that's what my husband wants. He's like, Jeanette, I want a calzone. I'm like, okay. So let me show you the quickest way to make calzones. This quick way of, and look, I still have my waffles from this morning here. I made like 10, so there's a couple left over. I'll package them up later. Anyway, so simple, guys. You don't have to wait for anything, only for it to rise. After we get it to here, this makes 2 calzones. Each recipe that I'm doing, I will post it later down there for you guys, makes 2. You cut it in half, you stretch it out, and blah, blah, blah. You'll see the rest when it's ready. I'll do it with you. But we have to just wait for it to rise. It takes about an hour to rise, okay? But you don't have to wait anything else before that. You don't have to pre-do the yeast, nothing. It still has little tiny pieces here from the one before, but it's okay. It'll just go in with this one. So, 2 2/3 cup water. 2 2/3 cup flour, which actually is a little bit more than 2 2/3. But it's okay. Just put it in there. Put just a little bit of it. You don't want to put the whole thing yet, okay? Put maybe 1 teaspoon or half a teaspoon of garlic or whatever else you like. If you like to put some oregano in there, that's the time to do it, or any other kind of seasoning. I don't. I just put a little garlic. About 1/4 or half a teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt, guys. We are going to put 3/4 of a teaspoon of sugar. Salt, sugar, that. We are going to put 2 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin. Okay. We are going to, what else? And that's it. No, the main thing. I use this. It's called Platinum. But you can use any kind of a packet, or else if you don't have a packet and you have the little bottles, you can use a packet or what does it say? Hold on. 1 packet or 2 1/4. 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. So throw that in there. You don't have to pre-do anything. You just throw that yeast in there. There you go. 1 little packet. Which this recipe here will make 2 big calzones, 2 giant calzones. So that's why I make 3. I make 3 different ones because I tried doing it all together in one, but for some reason it didn't really work well. So it's good if you do it separate. 1 cup of really hot water, not boiling, but really hot, and it could be from the sink. Okay, take off your rings. And then you just mix it up first. You mix it up. It's going to be kind of gloppy and with little gloppy. But it's okay. Just go for it. Then when it starts mixing in, you add some more of the flour. You might have to even add a little more than this flour. You've got to get it to the right consistency, which is to make a ball. But you don't want it too hard, guys. Don't put too much flour. You want it a little bit sticky, but not too sticky, because if not, then if you make it too hard with too much flour, you won't be able to make a circle. It'll keep going back. Trust me. I used to have a pizza shop, so I know these things. Anyway, okay. So keep on doing this, and in just a little while, when I see that it's starting to get harder, I will stick my hand in there. But you don't have to do it right away. Just wait till it gets a little bit harder. And then you can stick your hand in there. Then I get the bag, just in case we got to add a little bit more than what it says. Okay, so see now that it's sticking to my spoon, now I'm going to stick my hand in there. Now it's getting nice and sticky. So let's stick our hand in there. Put a little more flour. Okay. Woo, sticky. So then you just do this. We're going to knead it. And it's nice and warm because of the water. The water was really hot. I just turned on the hot water on my sink, and I just let it run a little bit, right? There we go. Wow, now wasn't that easy, guys? So easy. It's a little bit sticky up here, so I'm gonna go like that. That's it. Make a dough ball, which we're gonna cut in two when it rises. It's gonna take maybe 40 minutes to an hour to rise. So in the meantime, you can pre-cut and do your things you're gonna put inside of it. This is also pizza dough. One large pizza, one dough ball, or 2 calzones. So now you're gonna put a little bit of olive oil on it. Run it all the way through the ball. Set it down. We're gonna cover it with either a towel or a plastic wrap, and leave it here if you want, if it's warm, because there's wood. You don't want to leave it anywhere cold. A glass bowl would probably even be better too, but I'm just going to leave it in here. Or you can put it on top of your stove because it's a little bit warm. You want to put it in a warm place. And if your house is really cold, you might want to turn on your oven a little bit, open the door just for a little bit, just maybe 5 minutes, just to get the area warm so it can rise. Okay, so that's 2. So we have 1, 2, and I'm gonna make one more because I have 6 people and we all want a calzone in my house. We all want a calzone. We all want a calzone. So again, flour, about 2 3/4 cup. Have the other one in hand just in case. Let me grab some water real quick and I'll be right back. The water has to be really hot, guys, so sorry I couldn't have that ready before. Okay, so we're going to put, like before, a little bit of flour, not a lot. We are going to do the rest. 1, 2 tablespoons of your, olive oil. We have 3/4 of a teaspoon of the salt. I like to use the pink salt. I don't know about you guys, but I use Himalayan salt on everything. Okay, and a little bit of your seasoning. And, oh, Grandma turned off the TV. Wow. Okay, and a little bit of sugar. And we are going to open up the last packet. I had 3 packets. So that's going to make a total of 6 calzones. 1 for each of us. I made some, this morning, I made myself an omelet with dandelion. I love dandelion. Yep, I got dandelion. My husband bought some beautiful dandelion at the produce shop. That's your water, your 1 2/3 cup of water. You can go a little bit more or less on the water. You just have to add a little bit more or less of the flour just in case. Okay, I can smell the yeast, so yummy. So I sauteed quickly. I multi-processed the dandelion really small because it's very hard in the middle of the stems. And I put some cilantro in it too. And you can put some spinach too if you want, or chard, Swiss chard. So it's not as bitter, but I love bitter. So I made it small, and then I sauteed it quickly with a little garlic, and then I made an omelet with that and cheese. Oh, so good. Okay, so let's put the rest of this, but I have some extra of that green beautiful mixture, and that's what's going to go in my calzone. I do a veggie calzone. I'm also going to do a barbecue, but I'm going to do veggies. I'm going to do eggplants, zucchinis, yummy. And then I'm going to put some of that in my calzone with a little ricotta and cheese and sauce. Oh, it's going to be so good. Now for the other guys are going to get a calzone with sausage. I'm also going to barbecue some sausage for them. And some, what else? Sausage and pepperoni. That's what they want. Cheese, sausage, pepperoni. Maybe I'll put a little onion in there. Maybe a little veggies too, but I won't do dandelion because they don't like that. It's too bitter for them. So it's kind of sticky, guys. See how sticky it is? So we're going to keep doing that. Try to get as much of it up as we can. That's why I'm telling you guys, even if I could afford it and I love it and I think it looks so good, nails, I could never have them because I couldn't work. I mean, I cook too much, and I do gardening, and I do beading, jewelry making, I sew. There's just no way I could have nails. Guys, really? No, I can't have nails. You know what? Even if I could, I don't think I would want it, because I've done it for like, I think it was my daughter's wedding, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how could I have done this? I used to have them. I used to have some gold nails when I was younger, when I used to be a restaurant manager. There we go. That is just beautiful dough. Okay, so let's put that to the side. Bring the other little one here. A little bit of oil. Guys, do this. With this dough, you can make anything. You can even make little garlic knots, or you can make garlic sticks, or you can make pizza, or you can make anything. 1, 2, and 3, which will make a total of either 3 giant pizzas or 6 calzones, or breadsticks, or anything you want, really. And it's fresh, guys. It's not frozen dough. It's fresh dough. It was very easy to do. Now all you have to do is just take it off your fingers with a little warm water and a little brush, little nail brush. That'll work. So we're going to cover these up, and we're going to put them in a warm spot for about 40 minutes to an hour. And already, look at this one. Already it's rising. It's going to rise a little more, about that big. Maybe double size or a little less. And then it'll be ready to go. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit, guys. Bye. With 1 ball or 2 calzones. So as you see, they have multiplied. All 3 of them have multiplied. 1, 2, and 3. So while I waited for them to rise, what I did was I went ahead and prepped some things. Okay? We did some prepping. I barbecued some sausages, and we are going to cut them up, make them little. Let me get you a little closer here. Maybe a little closer here. Make them little. You can see okay. And we're going to make them little pieces so we can just throw them in there. Because my men like their meat. I don't. Me, I have all my veggies on the side here prepped. Okay, so that's what you do. You cut them in little pieces. Sausages. Pepperoni. Whatever other thing you like. You can do ham. Anything you like to put in a pizza, you can put in a calzone. But you really need ricotta, guys. So we got the ricotta here. We got the basil that I have from my garden that I make pesto and I freeze it. So I always have pesto in the fridge. My dandelion, that's for me. Zucchini. Onions. The onions I like to cook a little bit. So I saute them quickly. And the beets. Just great little raw beets. I'm not going to use all this, but I'll have them for tomorrow. I'll just throw them in a salad or in a quiche if I don't use it all up. We got the oregano. We got the cheese. And the dough. And some flour on the side. for the rolling. Ooh, I need my rolling pin. I knew I forgot something. Junior, can you grab Mommy the rolling pin, please? The red one, the little thin red one I like. You know where they are. Okay, so let's get this area. The little rolling pin, it's over there in the basket. The little one, the little thin one that I like. This area should be clean. I mean, gotta make sure it doesn't smell like disinfectant, because sometimes I use disinfectant because of this corona thing. And no, I don't like that one. I like the little, it has red handles and it's very thin. So we are going to get the dough. The dough. We're gonna make 6 calzones. We're gonna get the pans out here on the side. Okay. So it's gonna be sticky, guys, okay? It's gonna be sticky, so don't worry about it. Just put a little flour on your whatever. You can either do granite or you can do wood. Either way. Actually, the wood would probably be better because it's warmer than granite, but I do granite and it's fine. We're not really doing pizza or bread or anything. We're just doing calzones, so it's not as... Calzones are not as finicky as other things would be, like pizza, etc. So we're going to cut that in half. My calzones, guys, I'm warning you, are not very pretty. They're not pretty at all. There's not really a bad way of making a calzone. You just stretch the dough. We're going to do one at a time. They're going to be giant. Put a little bit of flour on top. And stretch. With your rolling pin. Stretch. I got too much stuff here. Not very comfy. I should have made a little more room for myself. But I wanted to fit everything close to you guys. And it's a little sticky, so when that happens, it's going to stick on the bottom. But that's okay. We can mend it if we break it, guys. So don't worry. Don't get afraid of your dough. Your dough, you're in control. See, I made a hole there. It's perfectly okay. I'll take a piece off of here and put it on that hole. And then just stretch it. Stretch it. We're going to need to put a hole in the top of it anyway. And like I said, my calzones are not pretty. Oh, but they sure are delicious. Okay. So, make sure it's not going to be too sticky down there. And let's start this. First thing we're going to put is our meat. So let's put some sausage here. I'm going to make at least 3 sausages, so I want to make sure I don't use too much sausage on just one of them. Put some pepperoni down. Put as much as you like, guys. Okay? And then I'm going to put, I forgot to slice up some green pepper. Oh, I knew I forgot something. That's okay, though. It'll still be delicious. Put some onions. I can't put anything else because my husband won't like that stuff. So I'm going to put a little bit of the basil, pieces of basil on there. Oh, it smells so good. This basil, I pre-make it and I freeze it in Ziploc bags. And then as I start running out in the fridge, I bring out a bag. I put it in a jar. It's pesto. Has a little bit of nuts, a little bit of seasoning, salt, pepper, garlic, and basil. Just multi-process. And I had so much. Remember, guys? I did a video. Wasn't that beautiful? Okay, so now let's do the ricotta. La ricotta. Put some ricotta in there. Yummy. Make sure you leave like enough room on the side of it to be able to fold it over and have some kind of a crust. I love a crust. That's my favorite part. Okay, a little bit of oregano. Not too much, guys. Just a little bit, just for the flavor. can't wait to get my oregano plants growing so I can use fresh oregano. A little Parmesan, or any cheese you like. You can use the fresh if you'd like. And then some sauce. Whatever sauce you like, guys. Whatever sauce you like. And then some mozzarella, mozzarella, mozzarella. Hey, what's the matter with you? Hey, what's the matter with you? I don't know if that song goes like that, but anyway. And there you go. That's the stuffing for one calzone. You're going to roll it over. And like I said, my calzones are not pretty at all. They're pretty ugly, but they are delicious. Okay, so you just do whatever you want to do here. You twist it, you twist it. If you like a thinner crust, then you fill it a little bit more. You can maybe even get 3 calzones out of one dough if you like thinner ones or smaller ones. I like a nice big one. That's how I like my calzones, nice and big. So let's get the pan. Let's put one on here carefully. What you can also do is you can make it on the actual pan, guys. That's what I'm going to do with the other one. So when it sticks, we don't have this problem, right? Oop, that one opened up a little on the bottom. Oh, well. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to make this one on the pan. And you put a hole on the top of it. You want to put a hole on the top of it, guys, because you want the steam to come out. So make sure there's a hole on the top. And here you can put a little bit of olive oil on your hand. I did put a little olive oil on the bottom of the pan. The olive oil will make it nice. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the plan different because this one did stick on the bottom a little bit. So we're going to roll it here. We're going to roll it. And we'll just make a couple of them. I don't know if I should make all of them with you because it's going to be a long video. But then again, you might want to just stay around and talk to me for a while. Okay, you guys see enough of me. You guys see enough of me. You see me in the morning. We pray together. You can do the rosary with me in the morning around 8:30. Then later I come on again right away before I come out of my prayer room. I come back out and do the reading. So we pray straight from the Bible my second time. It's straight from the Bible. We do the reading for the day, and then we talk a little bit. We chat. That one came out nicer, right? That's a piece of green, probably pesto, so I'm going to leave that. So we're going to go ahead and do this. Put this guy on top of here. See? We put that guy on top of there. So we're going to build it on here, on the actual pan. So, first meat. Or actually, we're going to, yeah, I'm going to do another meat one. I'm going to try to make a tray of meat and then a couple of them with just veggies. Because Sabina might want just a veggie one too. Okay, so that's meat. We're going to put more pepperoni on top. You can also put ham. You can put ham, you can put pineapple if you like that ham-pineapple combination. Or you can even put bacon, guys. You might like bacon too. Okay, so there we go. There we go. We're going to put onion, because everything with onions makes everything taste better. Don't you think, guys? I think so. Sweet onions makes everything taste so good. So good. Some basil pieces, some pesto, and what else, guys? Little Parmesan, a little sauce. Okay. Am I forgetting anything? Some mozzarella. Hey, what's the matter with you? There we go. Mozzarella. Oh, I'm forgetting the ricotta. Can't forget the ricotta. Oh, man, the ricotta just makes it. Yes, I do. Ricotta is so delicious. We're going to make some ricotta rolls one of these days, guys, together. How does that sound? Post, guys. Post if you'd like me to make a recipe with you, a special recipe. Maybe you'll try something different one of these days. Because all this stuff that I make, I just remake it. I remake the same stuff over and over again. I think I have everything, do I? I got the cheese, I got I think I did everything, yeah. So now we're going to grab this and go fold it over. And look, see, that worked out a lot better, guys. No breaking underneath. So now we know what we got to do. See? We learn together. Yes, we do. You make nice, I like the crust. Nice big crust. Oh, yummy. Yummy, yummy for your tummy, tummy. And if you don't want the crust, you want just the filling, you can cut and just eat the filling, leave the crust there, and you can have it later with garlic bread or the next day with some pasta or something. If only I could move these, I can fit another one on there, but I don't think I'll be able to. Nope, I'm going to have to get more pants. So, we'll do 2 more together, and then we will, oh, I didn't put a hole on the top of that one. Don't forget that hole on the top, guys, or else it'll blow up. Just keep an eye on it just in case. And if it does, I made a hole in it already. Because I'm trying to keep it thin because I don't want it too thick, you know. I don't need all that extra bread, but I'd like it. I really, really like it. Next time, maybe I'll make, instead of a flour one, we can make a gluten-free one, maybe with coconut flour or spelt flour or another kind of flour. What do you guys think? Okay, so let's put this one on here now so that I can build it. So that we can build it on here. Okay. First, we are going to put beets. We got the beets, we got the beets, we got the beets. Hey, we got the beets. Oh, yummy beets. I just love beets. Okay. Then some zucchini. Woohoo, zucchini. Yes, baby, yes. Okay, and some onions. This is going to be a big one. I might have enough for today and tomorrow here. Some onions. And some dandelion and Swiss chard mixed up with a little, I even put cilantro in there. I grabbed whatever I had green in the fridge and I just multi-process it together and leave it in a little glass jar in the fridge, and I put it in everything I make. Because that's how I get, I can even put some seeds on there if I want, but I don't think so. I think that's enough. I think that's enough. So let's put a little bit of cheese. I wish I had mushrooms. I totally forgot to buy mushrooms, and I forgot to cut up green peppers. I had green peppers. Totally forgot to cut them up. A little bit of salsa, or I can even leave the salsa out because everything is going to be so delicious. I don't really need the salsa. I mean the sauce, not the salsa. I'm sorry, the sauce. This is basil. I made my basil extra salty by accident. So I gotta be careful when I put this basil, this pesto in my food. I gotta make sure I don't put salt because I gotta remember that's salty basil that I made. I put a little bit too much salt when I made it. What else? A little bit of oregano. I think that's it. Basil, ricotta. Ricotta, guys. Can't forget that ricotta. That's too big. Make sure you break it up so it goes evenly everywhere around your calzone. And when you put this on top of your pizza. I wish I had time to make roasted eggplant. Oh, it's so delicious, and calzones, and on top of pizza too. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. There you go. That's the stuffing. Now we're going to close it up. Close it up. And I got a couple of holes there, but that is okay because I'm going to take some from here. I'm going to take a little piece from here. I'm going to stretch it out over the holes. It's going to be a patch one. It's going to be a patchy one. And you know me, guys. I love patches. Oh, I love patches. I love quilted patches. I like crazy quilts. I like to knit my stuff with different textures of yarn, and I just don't like the normal. I'm more of a off-the-wall type of person. Off-the-wall type of gal. Make a hole here and there. Get some olive oil. And we're going to do the oven at 350 or 325, whatever you guys want. When it starts getting golden, bring it out. Don't get it too hard. Okay, guys? You don't want it too hard. And oh man, that's a big one. That's mine. I can tell it has a lot of green coming out of the hole, so I know that one's mine. Now I'll be able to make a couple more, maybe put one here and one here, and then maybe get another pan. And then I will put them in the oven at 350, and I'll show you the finished product. Bye.